in male rap beef, since you guys don't want the women to rap to each other, just fucking tweet each other. Jimmy has tripled down on this Pusha T take. This has been going on for almost a month. And I thought it was going to die down. That's why we haven't really talked about it like that. Mm-hmm. But Jimmy went back on the Breakfast Club and just started asking people to name Pusha T songs for some reason.
I understand what Jim is saying to an extent. I understand because you say top 50 rapper, right? He said he didn't feel like Pusha was top 50.
Which he's entitled to have his opinion.
Well, yeah, this music is subjective. He's entitled to that opinion. But I don't think by asking 3 guys in the room if they could rap Pusha T songs word for word and only 1 or 2 of them say they could, that validates what you're saying. You can say that, maybe you don't like it. That's the thing. Like sometimes we think that our opinion on music is like law. And we say, no, if just because I can't name them means that everybody can't name them or everybody's not a fan of his. But it was funny because then Jim went on to say somewhere that he never heard a Pusha T album. So I was like, well, wait a minute. You can't say that somebody isn't a top 50 rapper or, they're not one of the best at what they do, because once you say you didn't hear their album, it's kind of like, all right, so what are you arguing against?
I think it's just one of those things Jimmy is just uninformed about.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going on a tirade and just tripling down after he said something and realized, damn, I'm probably wrong. But
you got to stand on it, though.
I've been in this situation plenty of times.
I stand on it.
All right, I'm wrong, but let me just keep asking people.
I think he fully believes it. I don't think he thinks he's wrong at all.
What's crazy is I think Jimmy would like Push.
No. Wait. Don't do that, because I think Jim is vocal with saying he's not saying it's a personal thing. Like he doesn't like Push. He's just saying when you talk about top 50 rappers, he doesn't think that Pusha T is there.
That's sick.
Top 50. That's all. It's not turned to probably he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
He's just saying like, yo, I've never heard people pulling up, bumping Pusha T in their whip. I've never seen people trying to dress like Pusha. He didn't have really no influence on. Like, that's what he's saying. He's not saying like, yo, I don't like him. I don't fuck with him. Like, I don't think that's what Jim is saying. I just think he's saying like, yo, we get caught up in these debates or, here we go with these lists again. And sometimes y'all put people on these lists that it's like, but who's putting them on this list? Because if you just outside and moving around, I don't know nobody I've never seen nobody listening to this guy's music or playing his music or people that were influenced by this artist. Like,
which is healthy conversation, and I'm with that all the way. I just feel like Push isn't the one that
you need.
There's other rappers that we should debate that shouldn't be in the top 50. And I just feel like Push is one of those that you should just kind of leave alone.
Do you feel like
well, does Jim think he should be in the top 50?
No, Jim doesn't think he should be in the top 50.
He might.
He might.
I don't think Jim just started really focusing on rap seriously a few years ago, which fucked us up because then he started putting out some really dope projects. And it's like
he hasn't missed in years.
Yeah, remember when Jim didn't even really he didn't rap.
He was more of like that essence and personality.
Yeah, like I don't think Jim was trying to say he belongs in the top 50 and Push it doesn't. I don't think that's what this is. Now I could be wrong. He could be somewhere saying that he should be there and Push shouldn't be there.
I don't think it's like a.
I don't think so though. Yeah, I don't think that's what this is. I just think he's just like, yo, y'all just putting people on this list. And like where?
It's just out of all the people to choose from. It's why Pusha.
Was that unprompted? Did he just call him out randomly?
Yeah,
there was no like.
I don't think
one set him up.
I just think he just said something he felt like.
You know how these press runs go when you start going and talking to everybody on a press run. Which I mean, I understand him and Berg have been doing that as they should. They just put out a great project, but these conversations just pop up, and then the next outlet that you're going to meet with watch that interview and the conversation is just going to continue and spiral. Damn near how the Hit Boy and Bird shit happened. Mm-hmm. I think it's the same thing here with the Push and Jimmy shit. One comment was made, and now we have a full conversation.
Different platforms, and that's the talking point. Like,
Push responded. If you want to read this caption,
he's Push. So Push is on stage. He posted a picture of himself on stage rehearsing for the Fear of God show in L.A. And he says he captioned places they'll never be, stages they'll never see.
Self.
Period, Paul.
Here's the thing. Push, I don't think Push thinks this is like a real issue with Jimmy and vice versa. But Pusha the rapper harbors shit for years. The next time we get a Pusha project, there's going to be a lot of Jimmy bars.
Oh, man.
Even if it's subs, there's going to be a lot of Jimmy shit.
I don't think it's going to be subs.
You think he sends a private investigator out there to go get some dirt?
No. I don't think it's going.
Push didn't do that either.
Yeah, no. It's
for
not.
Drake?
It was the other way around. He would suggest Drake paid someone $175,000 to go get dirt on him.
Damn.
That was alleged.
Yeah, do we believe that?
I kind of believe that, yes.
Yes.
Rory said yes. And by the way, don't fault Drake for doing so.
He tried.
You're a billionaire, 175,000 to give to some people in Virginia that could find some dirt on someone that just revealed my child.
By the way, there was no dirt.
You don't think Drake would do that?
I don't think no.
You think more money?
No, I don't think that he paid. I don't think he
Half a
paid
mil.
somebody that money to get dirt on Push. I don't think so.
I think he offered it. Just doesn't seem like anyone delivered because there was no dirt.
I don't know.
That was such a weird thing. Like that time of that beef.
Why?
That was a great beef.
No, it was
Pause.
no. We got some good songs out of it, good freestyles, but it was just like when you think about like what it was rooted in. Like it's just like yo.
Don't talk
that was
about a
just
man's
weird.
wife or fiance.
No,
That's
but
it.
not no before the records. I'm
Before
talking about.
that.
It was in Bape. It was Bape's fault.
It was not Babe's fault.
How was it not Bape's fault?
It wasn't Babe's fault.
You don't know my body. Check the source. It was Bape.
Why do you keep throwing that bar?
Because it ties in. You have to look at the
I don't-
source. The
that
source
bar is
of
disgusting.
It's awful.
Don't stop saying that. to me.
Okay, what happens when I start writing for Push?
I hope it.
You
I
don't-
hope you don't,
Oh,
because then
please,
Jim
go
will
ahead.
be valid.
Get a
in what he's
cocaine
saying.
bar off, Rory.
Yeah, get a Coke bar.
Jim will be valid in what he's saying.
You the only Jim Jones without a cult following, killing him.
Oh, that's a low
that was-
bar.
that was
That's
kind of a
so
bar. That was-
easy.
that was kind
That's
of a
a
bar, though.
low hanging bar.
Look at you,
That's a
drank
good
the
bar.
Kool-Aid. Oh, I could go crazy.
No, you can't. You keep swinging and you're not hitting nothing. Stop. What's wrong with you? You keep trying. I know it's a dream of yours to rap, but stop, please. Give it up. Put the mic down.
Holy shit.
Can we talk about
When
how
I was flipping O's by Georgetown. You was in
I'll give him time.
Guyana, Georgetown.
Okay.
Jim Jones.
I like that.
And he sold coke in D.C. Push like has talked about from Virginia.
keeps
He's
explaining
mentioned
the bar.
cocaine
and like
before.
so you're
Yeah.
like Push could be like Georgetown, Guyana versus
Let me-
Georgetown and VA.
Let me help you out. When you writing these bars, you shouldn't write them in a way where people are gonna have to like
Explain
do too
it.
much science on what you're saying.
No,
Wait,
that's what
that
makes
was
it a good line.
All mine shits have been easy to understand.
No, that I'm saying to people that know, yes. But to people that don't, that's just gonna be another bar. That's just like
Well, that's not fair because
W
Jay-
Freestyle was full of millions of those. I
I
actually
have
thought
to-
that was
Yeah,
the
they-
best example of Drake rapping.
But
my
people
poor
hated that
ass has to look up J bars all the time. He be talking about some shit that I am too poor to understand. So you can't say that.
Yeah, and you don't think people are historians to know about the Jim Jones cult in Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana? Mass suicide?
More white people probably know about that than who the rapper Jim Jones is.
Oh, and yeah, you
Oh,
could definitely
yeah,
get down into the mass suicide bar of his fans. Every time you talk, it's a mass suicide. Like, come on, I could. And my doors, all they do is suicide. Come on, Mo.
That last part was kind of crazy. The last part was,
what's
very
up.
nasty.
Yo, that's what's up. Yo, is that mixed yet? That's not mixed, right?
Yo, let me.
Nah, I like the beat.
I'm never gonna shit on nobody's dreams.
Who produced
it? Dude, dog. I don't know.
My dreams are not to write for Pusha T.
Shout out to
I just want to make that clear.
Nah,
or Coi Leray, or
hope so.
Lotto.
I hope so. Shout out to Jerry Lorenzo, though. Fair God, he put on an amazing show this past weekend in LA at the Hollywood Bowl. I always said Jerry to me was one of my favorite designers. I think that Fair God is a lot better than a lot of the shit that everybody else be talking about and wearing. So shout out to Jerry. Another great event. Fair God. You know, congrats on the whole new line and new drop.
So recently on Twitter, there's been discourse about
Discourse.
Discourse
the
on
Drake
Discord?
versus Pusha battle, right?
Oh
and
my
who
God.
actually won.
Are we still talking about this?
Yes,
We can't still be talking about who still won.
I think Pusha.
Because I think a lot of people let Drake get away with like winning and Drake didn't.
He didn't win.
Who says Drake
I know a lot of people that said that Drake won.
They're bugging.
white
They
people
said
from the
that Duppy.
suburbs.
They
I
said
love
that
Drake,
Duppy
but he ain't
freestyle
win that
was
shit.
better. They said that the shots on Scorpion were better.
No.
W
Yep.
freestyle was hard. And I know a lot of people that don't like it, and I don't understand how. I thought it was hard.
It was
I think-
cool.
I thought it was hard.
Push won.
Pusha
It-
won.
Push one.
It's very
Because of
similar
the baby
to
line?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the baby
Fam.
line.
See, that's where
No.
that's what we just differ and what we looking at in rap beef back and forth. Like to me, cool. The line was like, okay, but I
Not
don't think that means he won.
he talked about how his father was not in his life.
So is Drake.
He talked about how he said he
Tick, tick, tick.
bro.
The shot at 40.
That's not.
And then the snip, 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 the fake ab shit. There's a lot
I
more.
actually look at that be very similar to the Jay and Nas one. And I know that sounds insane, but Ether hit crazier because he said meaner shit and wilder shit. And so did Pusha in his. But if you go back to Takeover and you go back to Duppy Freestyle, like he's rapping better and saying facts.
You know what it is? I just wish that Pusha's was on an original beat, original record. Like, I didn't like the fact that he used the J record.
Well, he tied it into the whole. It was tied into.
Yeah,
Right.
but I didn't.
I thought that was clever.
I just didn't like that. I was like, it would have been better on his original beat. Like, to me, that like this is why like Ether was what Nas was saying. The Ether was like, okay, he was throwing some bars and some shots, but the Ether beat is just so terrible.
I think Super Ugly would have went different had that been on an original beat too.
This is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's all about the music tonight. You can get your bars off on a disc, but it's the music too. It's like, I ain't really like, okay, I get it, but I know it ties in, but it's like,
he
But
said he
he took
scrubbed
that
your
beat, though.
Insta. You scrubbed her Instagram, but the stench is still on her, bro. What?
no, Pusha was getting off.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you
definitely
talking
getting
some that one baby line. I'm like, no, he was.
No, because I know the
shooting
baby line.
entire
That baby
song.
That was
line.
a
Like, that
hard-
was the. I'm just like,
That was a hard right.
But
I
then
don't-
again, even the Duppy shit to me wasn't so much of a Pusha diss as it was like he tore Kanye apart.
Also, the album artwork is hilarious.
Yeah, that wasn't even really the Duppy shit wasn't even that crazy of a Pusha diss. That was a Kanye West diss.
Yeah.
He tore Kanye apart on that.
but where's this on your beef list?
Hey, yo.
That was crazy. That was wild. I can't even believe I just said that. I usually don't slip I don't slip up
That
like
was
that.
crazy.
That was crazy, right? My
Yeah.
bad.
How you like your list? How you like your beef?
Bumpy apparently.
Ugh.
Bad callback.
No. Just I thought you were still writing bars.
Rory,
My
just
bad.
give us your beef list, please.
Yeah.
Bump. I was just.
No,
Sorry.
Just give us the list, please. Please.
This would be in top 10. No,
Yeah.
Beef?
I don't think
would have
that's
to be.
yeah. I think that.
we talk about this record or beefs in particular.
Record. I'm going record.
I was talking about records.
Wait, the Duppy's top 10 to you?
No, this
Story added on.
story added on. Even if I think Duppy was a better rapping, this is just a classic. This is hit 'em up shit.
Hmm.
This is back to back shit. Like
Back to back was great.
I put back to back in top 5.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was actually dancing to that shit.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, niggas was throwing
Y'all
ass.
don't want
No,
to.
we was in Griffin going
Chicks was
crazy.
Chicks was throwing ass to that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you know he's shitting on somebody. with this,
Yeah.
right?
Crazy.
That was such a
Y'all shouldn't be
genius
twerking
move.
to this. Like, this hurt somebody's feelings. Like, y'all ain't
And then,
twerking.
Like they dropped the beat. Is that your girl story or the world tour? I was like, well, actually, that sounds like a power couple. That's actually like that's really
Power
dope
couple.
that the two of them like got together.
they could travel the
It's
world.
ill when Jay and Beyonce do On the Run,
Yeah.
but then Meek and Nicki can't do a tour.
Yeah.
That's inspiring.
I was fighting so hard for Meek during that battle, man. I was fighting. I was on a ledge alone.
Yeah.
What was No Vaseline like when it came out? We were all I don't know if we were born yet.
I wasn't born.
I wasn't born.
That shit was hard. I was young, but that was hard though.
In retrospect, it doesn't like match up if you weren't there. I know that's like blasphemous to say that in hip hop because No Vaseline's like one of the greatest diss records ever.
Mm-hmm.
But like Cube didn't really go in compared. Like I think Styles and Kiss verse 50 went in more than Ice Cube did to NWA.
Kiss and Beans was is probably to me the best.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah. Kiss and Beans is definitely like the best bars that we got.
What was the energy like? Because you was obviously with State Property, but you was living uptown.
I was
And like obviously we
I
know
wasn't-
the locks are staple, and even though they're from Yonkers, they be in
Yeah.
Harlem all the time.
Mhm.
Like that must have been weird for you, like trying to play both sides. Like yo, chill. Like
Nah,
we better together.
Nah, it wasn't no playing at both sides. It was interesting because they all really fucked with each other at one point. Like they were like really cool, fucked with each other. So that's why I was kind of like, okay, this could get real personal. Like, you know what I mean? But we got the bars, we got, you know what I mean, the things that in hip hop you would want in a rap beef. So to me, the Beans and Kiss, it surpasses all that. The Jay and Nas was like the two titans, the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Pause. But
Nice is the biggest beast.
I said pause already. Once I say pause, that's it.
Yeah, it negates it.
So it's like we got that, but
Mm.
Beans and Kiss was like, you know, they was really rapping, going at each other.
Just wasn't the biggest beef.
It wasn't the biggest beef. Pause. Once you say pause, that's it. I can't
That's
laugh.
it.
I
I
can't make no
can't- yeah,
jokes.
you're
That's
right.
it.
My
So you
bad.
stop.
I
No,
feel
I
like
can.
Mariah ate Eminem up on Obsessed. Baby, that's just me.
That was your like using your own.
That's
that was her
Timeline.
ether.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, but
Obsessed was your ether?
Obsessed is my ether.
Demaris and Derek was kind of like
That was top 10 beefs.
that was some beef though.
That's
I
top.
should have saw that coming.
I'm glad that was dead because that could have went further.
Yo, that would have got crazy. The crime rate
Yeah,
was.
I'm glad they left that
crime
on.
rate?
I'm glad they left that on Facebook.
Nah, you laughing. You don't even know where the crime rate was headed from that beef. Like it was about bodies was ready to drop.
I believe Stove God, Reasonable Drought is about that Derek beef.
Yeah. That's where it stemmed from. That's what made Stove want to get off the stove and get in the booth. Was the Demaris and Derek. Demaris.
Demaris.
Oh, I just called it Demaris.
Demaris. That was that name, man.
Transitioning.
Yeah.
NewRoryNMal.